I remember. So R. Murray Schafer, R, the letter R, Murray, Murray, Schafer, Schaffer, used to be a student at the Faculty of Music at University of Toronto. And he was a skilled musician, but had a different idea of what music should be doing. He said, we're here in this building, but music is happening in nature. We should do something in nature. We should have music in nature, connected with nature. And his ideas were ahead of his time, and he was pushing uphill, and he ended up creating his own soundscapes and his own sound environments. And he would have, up north in Muskoka region, north of Toronto, he'd have musicians come, and his compositions would be performed, like, I think it was 12 trombones across a lake was one composition. So you'd hear the trombones across this lake in the morning for particular times and particular environments with designated instruments, the acoustical sound of nature reflecting the music was his thing. And he would take people on sound walks. So you'd go for a walk in nature and just be silent and listen to the birds and listen to different acoustical spaces and recognize the whole philosophy of the 60s, in a sense, the counterculture, which was Be Here Now, that was popularized by a book by the same name. And there's a whole history to this, which I won't go into here. But I wanted to draw your attention to a book that R. Murray Schafer has recently published with Simon & Schuster called Our Sonic Environments and the Tuning of the World, the Soundscape. And I think that he's a Canadian composer and an innovator. And he writes here, I'm going to quote from him, "As a society, we have become more aware of the toxic wastes that can enter our bodies through the air we breathe and the water we drink. In fact," he writes, "the pollution of our sonic environment is no less real, our sound environment." Schafer emphasizes the importance of discerning the sounds that enrich and feed us and using them to create healthier environments. To this end, he explains how to classify sounds, appreciating their beauty or ugliness, and provides exercises and sound walks to help us become more discriminating. Discriminating meaning more discerning, not discriminating like in the sense that's happening at this moment in the world. Be more discerning and sensitive to the sounds around us. This book is a pioneering exploration of our acoustical environment, past and present, in an attempt to imagine what it might become in the future. And so these all kind of fit together. These all fit together in a sort of hyper-awareness that we could have, or a somewhat awareness, or a reasonable awareness of the extent to which sounds can heal us, and sounds can maybe be contributing factors to our anxiety and stress. So let's be aware, okay, as we embark from this course on those sounds and those musics and those environments and how they affect us. And next time you're in nature, sometimes what I do is if I'm with a group of people and we're on a nature walk, I just hang back a little bit, or I might go ahead a little bit, and I try to hear a little bit less of my footsteps and other people's chatter, and a little bit more of the sound of the forest around me, or a sound of take a walk by the beach and hear the sound of the ocean. Or in Algonquin, sometimes you just stop your car and there's just silence. And sometimes that can be, a minute of silence once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, can bring you back to who you are. Certainly it brings me back to who I am. And I think after these 2 months of COVID, frankly, being in almost exclusively indoors, it's time for me to go out into the oral environments that give me comfort. And I would recommend that you guys, all of you, do the same. Find an oral environment in nature that's safe for you to be in. Stay safe. Maybe you have to wear a mask initially, but if you're out in nature, maybe you can take off the mask for a minute and breathe Breathe in the fresh air and listen to the silence. Listen to your own heartbeat. Get in touch with your soul, your spirit. And when you get back in your car or whoever you're traveling, listen to your soundscape. Listen to your playlist that makes you feel whole. Yeah. Maybe it's a plan. What do you think? Okay. Yeah, please keep in touch with me by, what should I say? By voice message, orally, by text, by email. I'm open to hearing deliberate double entendre. I'm open to hearing how you're doing, okay? So please take good care of your ears, take good care of your heart, and be well, okay? Stay well. Thank you so much.